All right, second grade, we're back for the last 3 chapters of our book, our Mercy Watson book. All right, so we left off on chapter 12. Remember, there's a whole chase going on to get Mercy. Chapter 13. Mercy was having a wonderful time. She had consumed a large amount of buttered popcorn, and now people were chasing after her. Mercy loved to chase. She ran faster. She kicked up her heels. So she's enjoying the chase while the people are not enjoying the chase very much.
Hi, kids. How are we doing today?
Gotcha, shouted Francine Pollitt. Francine Pollitt netted Officer Tamilio. Yee-haw, shouted Leroy Nicker. He lassoed Francine Pollitt. Fascinating, said Alfred P. Tompkins. Simply fascinating. So, she thought she had caught Mercy, but instead she caught the officer. There was the sound of a siren. There was the flash of lights. A fire truck pulled up into the Bijou. Things seem to be out of control, said the fireman named Ned. It's the movie, said the fireman named Lorenzo. They make people crazy. So there's the fire truck pulling into the Bijou. And there are the firemen. Actually, said a man who was standing next to Ned, I think the pig is making people crazy. Holy smokes, I know that pig, said Lorenzo. It's that toast-loving pig from Decawoo Drive. I'll tell you, said the man standing next to Ned, this is way better than any movie I've ever seen. It's all been fascinating, simply fascinating. I guess it's time for us to come in to the rescue, said Ned. Have you noticed that he only says fascinating, simply fascinating? We should do what only firemen can do, said Lorenzo. Ned and Lorenzo took off running. Ned and Lorenzo ran fast. Ned and Lorenzo caught up to Mercy. Hey, said Ned, how's about some toast? Yes, said Lorenzo, how about some toast with a great deal of butter? They're talking pig language. They're speaking her language. They know exactly what she wants. Mercy stopped running. Mercy sat down. Mercy thought very hard. Toast sounded like an excellent idea to her. Toast always sounded like an excellent idea to her. Ned sat down next to Mercy. He put his arms around her. They got her to stop. And there's all the people still chasing after her. But all she needed was a friend who wanted to give her toast with real butter on it. Oh, said Mrs. Watson, you found her. How will we ever be to thank you for helping us locate our darling, our dear, said Mr. Watson. Well, said Ned, I am a little hungry. Toast would be good, said Lorenzo. Toast, said Mrs. Watson. I would love to make some toast. Who else would like some toast? Who else do you think wants some toast? Could it be Mercy? Oh my goodness. They're having a huge picnic. And all they have is toast and butter. Take a look at that. It's a whole pitcher of butter to put on your toast. We never did get to see that movie, said Stella. I wonder if it had a happy ending, said Frank. Well, said Mrs. Watson, here we are, all of us together, and we're all eating toast, said Mr. Watson. There's Mrs. Watson with all the toast. Look at whose nose is smelling the butter. And there's Frank and Stella and Mr. Watson. I can't imagine a happier ending than that, said Mrs. Watson. It's the happiest possible ending, said Baby Lincoln. It's almost like a love story. It is a love story, said Mr. Watson, and it's very inspirational, said Mrs. Watson. Why is it a love story? Because they lost their dear pig, Mercy, but they ended up finding her, and she's back safely with them. And that's the end of our story. Tune in next week for another chapter book that we will read throughout the week. I can't wait to show you what it is. Have a great weekend.